This is my engineering field. It's agricultural engineering. Agricultural engineering is a field of engineering consisting of construction and improvement of farming equipment and machinery. It involves agricultural production and processing. Their ultimate goal is for these engineers to improve crop and livestock production. Some disciplines involve are mechanical, civil, electrical, and even chemical engineering. There are many different programs for agricultural engineering, and these programs help give an idea of what the job is like. Here are some basic facts. The duties of being an agricultural engineer are testing products for agriculture, and they test these products to make sure they aren't affected, but also make sure it performs properly. And then they monitor manufacturing operations and design different types of food processing plants. The median annual salary is $80,720, and they have a stable growth rate in the job market. Some requirements are understanding CAD programs, and they use CAD programs for designing different types of food processing plants. And their responsibilities vary depending on where they are. And these common work activities include upgrading equipment, consulting farmers and business on land use, and supervising construction projects. The work environment, here's some pros and cons. Pros, abundant amount of job opportunities, has a high growth rate, earning potential, and fixed hours. Agricultural engineers usually work in settings and locations of farms, offices, engineering firms, universities, and rural areas, and more. Cons, it's very stressful, and the equipment can be life-threatening. It involves a lot of hard work on the field, and there is a given amount of time before the deadline, while also the fact that the salaries are average. Specialization, we have 5 major areas, which are farm structures, which is the different designs of farmhouses, barns, animal shelters, facilities, etc. Mechanical power, which is different machines for farming and harvesting. Electrification, which involves electrical systems that are used for curing and drying crops. Soil and water conservation have systems for drainage. And food engineering, which includes designing efficient food plants and machinery which preserves foods. The likelihood of receiving this job is stable. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the demand for agricultural engineers will increase by 9% throughout 2020. Its growth for now isn't really high. It's slower than 14.3% slower than the average U.S. occupation. The need to increase the efficiency of agricultural production systems and to reduce environmental damage to maintain the demand of these workers. The geography, they typically work in offices, but they spend time both on a variety of work sites, both indoors and outdoors, such as farms, labs, or rural areas. They also work in government offices, engineering firms, universities, and manufacturers. Agricultural engineers work in farming, including aquaculture, farming of seafood, forestry, and food processing. They work on a variety of projects as developing more tools with programming and also finding ways to increase efficiency and productivity. Wages typically start from $47K to $160K for agricultural engineers, and it's based on your position and the amount of experience you have. The median annual wage for agricultural engineers is $80,000, which I said before. The salary is from the 10th percentile to the 90th percentile. We start with the starting level agricultural engineers all the way up to the top level agricultural engineers. Now, the education and requirements. Interested students should contact your college placement office for job assistance. Industries involved in agriculture regularly send representatives to college to discuss job openings. The minimum requirement is a bachelor's degree. Colleges also have 4 and 5 year programs. Research and college level teaching positions generally require a master's or doctoral degree. Engineers who work affects public health and safety must obtain a state license. Requirement for licensing generally include a degree in engineering, several years of work experience in the engineering field, and a good score on a written test. Here are some of the best programs and best universities that have the best programs, such as Iowa, Purdue, University of California, etc. My reflection, I think being an agricultural engineer isn't really the best engineering field to choose from due to the salaries being average and isn't suited for everybody. Your salary is also based on your experience, so you don't really start off at the best position. And this career can be stressful and life-threatening depending on which field you go to. But overall, it's a stable career and has a lot of potential for growth. But I think there are many other engineering fields that are more beneficial than this specifically. Here are my resources.